Hey everybody, this is Shane.
And I'm Nolan.
And this is the Catfish Connection.
Episode 2. I almost forgot.
Yeah, I was looking at you like I was trying to get on the same wavelength. We have drinks today.
What you got there, Shane?
I have a fresh Mountain Dew.
Nice.
Straight out of the bottle. From Utah.
I got George Bush, Arnie Palmy,
Classy.
Arizona. So I made a logo.
Oh yeah.
You're probably looking at that logo right now. And me and Shane have been having this problem with the name that we chose, the Catfish Connection, because it sounds a lot like, on purpose, granted, it sounds a lot like Shane's other show on the radio.
My jazz show. At KGym 89.9, the jazz gym of the Palouse.
Yep. And so we keep accidentally saying the Catfish Corner instead of the Catfish Connection. And we had been joking about how, we're going to have to not have trouble saying it because we're going to have to say it all the time and it's going to confuse us. And then I sat down to work on this logo. And I was drawing out logos, and the whole time I was writing the Catfish Corner. I might put up like a picture of my sketchbook because there are just a bunch of little ideas, a bunch of little scribbles, and they all say the Catfish Corner.
Wow.
And so I was doomed to fail.
It never even crossed your mind.
It never even crossed my mind through this whole process. I spent like hours, drawing and just, having fun, relaxing, listening to lo-fi as usual. That's all I ever do when I do any Photoshop or anything like that. I'm always listening to lo-fi. Mm-hmm. I'll do that for hours. Although I hit like a weird patch on the lo-fi playlist. There's just some crap songs that were just like really just repetitive and like annoying, and I was just like, what the fuck?
That was probably the stuff that David and I made.
Yeah. No, it was like, but yeah, no, I was just listening to it and I was like, God damn it, this sucks. This is the worst lo-fi. And I did think, I was like, Shane and David could totally get on this playlist because this lo-fi is making me want to not listen to lo-fi right now. Sick. Oh my gosh. The ring of the room. Do you hear that? There's like little... Do you hear that?
I'm not hearing it right now.
There's this weird reverb right now. It's very high end. It's like right there.
Maybe it's your headphones. Or
maybe it's my headphones. No, it's definitely room reverb.
I mean, maybe they're picking it up and mine aren't.
It's true. Where was I? Oh yeah. And then I sketched it out, scanned it in, I colored it, I made it look nice as possible, and then I was like, hey Shane, I finished the logo, and I sent it, and he was like, the first thing you said was, bro. Let's see, you said, I don't want to be the first one to tell you this.
I'm so sorry to tell you this or something like that.
But that's not our name. And I was like, what are you talking about? And I'm looking at Shane, because I said with Shane and Nolan at the bottom. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I got the names right. And then I look, and I see the Catfish Corner. And I'm like, fuck. Come on. And so I spent the next 2 hours having to take this design that's already made and colored and in different layers and stuff and try and move these letters around in a way that is inconspicuous and then write in the extra letters because connection takes a lot more space than corner.
Yeah.
And so I'm having to fit like this long word because I didn't give myself enough space because I thought I only had to fit a fucking 5-letter word in there. Oh man, what a nightmare. But otherwise, I like it. I like the hand drawn stuff.
Yeah, I think it looks great.
It's just fun for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do art that often.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I probably draw more than most people, you know? I think about that sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Even the
Draw
stuff
more than I do.
Yeah, I'm sure, yeah. But I'm like, yeah, I don't draw that much, just like every once in a while. And I'm like, there's some people who just like don't ever.
Mm-hmm.
You know? We should have drawing parties. We all get together and make doodles.
Yeah, we just have a whole podcast where it's just ASMR of pencil scratching and stuff.
Yeah, no video, just us just every once in a while just a little
The mic at Chair Creek. And the rest is all just pimples.
Man, this mic is pretty hot.
Mm-hmm. So hot.
So hot. Oh, I remember one of our teachers one time we were setting
That bitch.
we were setting up a microphone for her because she was going to sing at some event. And we were trying to get this mic set up. And it's, first of all, our setup in the gym that we were doing it in is awful. There's a lot of shitty reverb. One of the speakers is blown out. The microphones all suck. You know, so we're setting this up. And this is like her moment in the sun. You know, this is her magnum opus. You know, she's like, finally, I am a singer, not a teacher. You know, you're like, okay, but just chill. And we were trying to set it up, and she kept being like, this mic is too hot. This mic is too hot. This mic is really hot. And we were like, okay. And then we would turn down the gain. And then she's like, this is too quiet. Can somebody turn it up? And we're like, the fader's all the way up. The gain's all the way down. We're going to have to throw some more gain on it. So we turn up the gain. She's like, this microphone is still too hot. And it just went back and forth like this. And we were like, oh my God, you're just singing you're just singing a song for an assembly. This is not the Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Stage Tech was always like that. It's like, we're doing our best, man.
Gotta handle all these wannabe entertainers that fancy themselves a fucking like movie star and like an opera singer, you know.
See,
and they're just really just playing for a bunch like 400 kids that aren't paying attention.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and the other thing is, like, I'd much rather have somebody who has no clue what they're doing than one of those people who thinks they've done it, like, a couple times before, so they're like, yeah, I know how this works. And you're like, no, you don't. And you try and, like, give them advice or tell them something, and they're like, this ain't my first rodeo. And I'm like, then what are you doing? I'm telling you you're wrong, because I know more than you. You know?
Or like they don't really understand sound, but they've been performers like a lot.
Yeah.
But at high quality events, and then they just expect you to have like high quality like employees and also high quality equipment.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I'm working with the best what I got, man.
Yeah, we had that problem at community days because we actually had some like bands who like are real bands for community days. Not that many though. And yeah, they would be like, are you guys even gonna ring out this outdoor venue? Are you gonna ring it out? You know? And we're just like, you psychopath. No, we're not going to ring out this park. Okay? Or they you know, they just like pick up like random terminology that they've heard before.
15-year-olds.
They're like, can I get an XLR, please? And you bring them an XLR, and they're like, no. And you're like, do you mean this? And they're like, no. And you bring it to them, they're like, yeah, that's the one. And you're just like, God, you don't know what you're talking about. You know?
Wow.
It was such a freak show all the time. How's running the station? Mr. Program Manager?
It is a little strange because...
Are you officially promoted now?
Yeah, the old program manager is gone now, and I'm, like, the program manager.
Yeah.
Although I haven't done, like, any paperwork for it. Mm-hmm. Because, well, I mean, a lot of the stuff... It's hard to really transition during quarantine.
Yeah.
And during this, like being, like, 3 hours away from the university and the studio.
Side question, do you get an office?
No. Well, all of K-Gym is only 2 rooms set in the corner of NWPP.
That'd be so sick. I'm like, if you
a workroom and a studio
if you're
room.
just like, oh, I think I left it in my office. That'd be so dope.
Yeah. If I was a full-time employee, like, working for Northwest Broadcasting, then you get an office. Mm-hmm. But, no. Yeah, so, well, there's some really nice equipment, because it's nice working at a university, because they can afford, even, like, a little tiny, like, side project of a radio station has, like, really fancy stuff in it.
Yeah.
And it's like we don't have because a lot the high school had like a large quantity, and we don't have a large quantity because we're not like doing a whole bunch of stuff, but we have like really high quality stuff. Like we have a $12,000 mixed soundboard.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we have a whole lot of bullshit instead of a couple like good like pieces of equipment. We have stuff that's either super fucking old or it's new and it's cheap.
Right.
You know? So it's like, we kind of had, and it was kind of the same thing with like, band at CBC. Like, it was so weird. Like, I would be like, yeah, Colin, you know, I don't, you know, this is the only trombone I have. He's like, we'll get you another trombone. Yeah, we'll buy a trombone for you. And I'm just like, what is this? What is this crazy place I'm at? You know, because at the high school, it's like, hey, we have 4 trumpet players, and we don't have any trumpets. And they're like, well, you know, give them flutes. You know, we've got lots of flutes. Throw them a flute. They're going to learn flute. You know?
Yeah. And it nobody wanted to increase the budget for the band.
Oh yeah.
At the high school. It was crazy. Especially with all the like change in leadership we had at the high school.
Yeah. The gauntlet. The gauntlet of teachers. It was nuts.
And it's like none of those teachers are actually like that are supervising these things are actually qualified to do anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and because like Stage Tech used to be run by Mr. Monson, and Mr. Monson at least mostly knew what he was doing, you know, and it was a whole class, you know, and then it became a club, and that's when everything fell apart.
I remember in like 7th grade, I wasn't on ASB for the intermediate school, and Scott still was, and then they put those stupid like concrete like patio chairs or like chairs in the front of the school. Do you remember those things?
Where?
Well,
at the middle school?
At the intermediate school. So the SIS.
Concrete chairs?
They put like tables tables outside of the front entrance with concrete chairs around them, I think. And like these like really expensive seating arrangement things. See, like just like a bunch of them all in front of there. And I was like, that's what ASB is like spending the school's money on?
Some tables that
and Scott was like, oh, we've gotten several requests for seating outside of the school. And I'm like, who cares? There's nobody like
kids aren't even out there.
I know. I don't even remember them being there because I never used them and I never saw anyone use them.
I obviously don't remember them being there.
Actually,
I do remember them being there because the only time we ever sat at them was waiting for the late bus after cadre. And that was a relatively small group of people because we were just the idiot kids.
Oh yeah.
And we would just sit out there.
And you were talking about like misguiding budgets and like putting money where it shouldn't go, and like the band having no money and then the school deciding to spend all of its money on stupid things like chairs, like seating outside of the school.
Yeah.
And then like splurging on it and buying these really weirdly expensive chair sets. You know
one time,
when they could have bought a trumpet.
Yeah. We wanted to get a smoke machine. And we were like,
I remember that.
We were like, we put in a request. We were like, can we buy a smoke machine?
That was between junior and senior year, right?
That was like the latter half actually, it would have been the latter half of junior year.
Because I remember
because Hancock was still there.
Yeah, because you were making the list, and I was with you in the back room. You were making the list of things you wanted to get in junior year.
Yeah, and so we were like, we've got this budget. Can we spend it on a smoke machine? They were like, I don't care. Buy a smoke machine. And so we bought this smoke machine, and we bought the fog for it. And then we were like sick. So at the next dance, we're gonna use the smoke machine, because that's sick.
Everyone would be so thrilled.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Whoa, a fucking smoke machine! This is legit." And then we find out that the school has really advanced smoke detectors with fucking lasers, and they can't tell the difference between smoke and fog from a fog machine. So we can't use the fog machine indoors, and it doesn't really work outdoors because it's a fog machine. Unless you're like at the Super Bowl. But
I love how this like super high tech system is like worse.
What do you mean?
The laser thing, like.
Because it's like, we can detect any smoke, even if it's not even smoke. And so we weren't allowed to use it, and so we never used it. And guess what? There's no more stage tech.
Really?
There's no stage tech at the high school.
What the fuck happened?
They got rid of it.
And who's doing it now?
People who aren't students.
Like teachers?
Probably teachers, or probably, you know what I bet it is? Like ASB kids.
So a bunch of fucking
and like leadership
old
kids.
people and dumb people that don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, basically that. But I don't know that for certain. Maybe they're paying money to not pay us money for a stage tech club, and hiring professional sound engineers or something. But I doubt it.
Did they cut it off right at the beginning of the year, or was everyone just so incompetent?
I don't know.
That they just cut it off. That's so weird.
I don't know. I don't even remember who I heard it from at this point. I think somebody told Thomas.
Wow.
But yeah, Selah High School has no more stage tech at all.
That's so sad.
Yeah, it's so sad. Well, because stage tech it's a clique.
I wasn't in it, but I thought it was really cool, and I was friends with a lot of people that were in it.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, it's like, well, because to me, I'm like.
And obviously, I still do a lot of stage tech stuff now. Yeah. So.
And it's like nobody cared about the stage tech club at all.
Mm-hmm.
But to us, like it was like being in a sport almost. You know, it's like it was a social group, and it was a clique. And it was an organization. So to us, it's like if they told all the like basketball team, it was like if they told the C team basketball team, they're just like, we're not gonna have a C team this year, and all those people who just want to play basketball are just like.
And the other thing, it's like, it's a good leadership club. Probably better than ASB, because ASB doesn't do shit.
Probably. Although we had some really terrible leaders.
Yeah, but I mean...
Including myself.
But you organize a lot of things, and you set aside time to go to dances and be responsible for them.
Yeah.
And I mean, Just saying that like a lot of bad people were in it is just a product of the fact that it's a high school.
Yeah,
you're not gonna find very many good people to join it.
That's true. And like Carter Hammond, if you're listening to this, I hate you. You're an asshole. And the entire Stage Tech Club does not like you. Although, they don't exist anymore. So, I hope you're happy.
What are they gonna do at the middle school? Because the stage setup is so complicated and for all
they're probably either gonna hire people or
crazy.
Just teach a couple ASB kids or something.
Man.
Yeah, it sucks, dude.
That does suck.
Because Stage Check was a big part of high school for me. It was probably a bigger part of high school than band was most of the time because, I didn't end up... Like, at a certain point, I stopped, like, really caring about band anymore. Right. You know? Like, just because it was a nightmare all the time. So it's like... And Stage Tech was also a nightmare.
Teachers were getting fired left and right.
Yeah.
But running and fleeing this city.
Gosh. I don't know if we're like allowed to make a statement on it.
Probably, yeah.
But
not into that now.
Some crazy shit went down in the band program. Over the course of 4 years, we went through 3 different teachers. 4 if you count me. And boy howdy, was it a hell of a ride.
And the only good one was not even paid as much because he was a sub.
Yeah. Yeah, Chapman was a legend.
He's my favorite. Yeah. I gave him a senior card. He was one of the 3 teachers I gave a senior card.
I gave Dwyer and Brown senior cards, and that was it.
I gave them and Chapman a senior card.
But yeah. If I had given out more, I definitely would have given one to Chapman because Chapman was dope.
He was top of my list,
and and they didn't even bring him back. So these next set of kids, after 2019, had 4 actual teachers. Like they had Doria, Hancock, Chapman, and then this guy Smith. Yeah. And me.
Yeah. 5 teachers in 4 years.
Yeah. God. Why is our life so just crazy and chaotic? I don't know. Maybe everyone's is, you know. But I feel like our lives are crazy and chaotic.
Especially over the course of high school.
Yeah. The best years of our life.
We've mastered it.
Yeah. That one was clean. Hold on, I've got another question.
All right.
I gotta think of one, though. Oh, wait, you never finished telling me about the program manager thing, though.
Oh, true.
How's it like leading your troops?
Well, like I was saying, it's strange because, like, I got training from the previous program manager, but there's still, like, a lot of miscommunication, you know, about what I feel like there's I don't know everything I should be doing right now because I can't talk to like the person that oversees me, the person who's actually an employee of the university.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we all are, but like a full-time employee. They're like a professional, like
a non-student.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And so
you can't talk to him?
I can't. Well, it's a she, but
sure.
I can email them and stuff and Zoom meet with them, but it's just not as convenient, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I can't meet with them very easily, so it's like, and I don't have any like specific questions.
You mean like right now?
Right. Like I could Zoom meetings, like Zoom them.
Yeah.
But I don't have any specific questions to ask, you know, like. I just
because you can't really
what's going on?
Yeah. What's happening? Help!
Yeah. Because it's like I am doing things. I am listening to potential music to add to a roster and judging it and approving, like whether it's approved or not approved. And I am.
Man, I'm so jealous of that job, man.
Yeah.
You just get to sit around listening to music
Yeah.
Fucking.
And I just get paid to listen to music.
Be on the radio.
And make shows.
Be in charge of people. I mean, you're a program. You're the program manager.
Yeah.
You know, you're like moving up in the world.
Sometimes I feel like while I'm just listening to music and getting paid and not doing anything else, I like feel bad. Like, you know, like I'm like I feel like I need to do something else to earn this money. To warrant this. But it's in my job description, so I guess I'm just okay with this.
Yeah, just sitting in your chair playing Minecraft or something.
Yeah, just making sure that this music doesn't have any like bad words or is like a good fit for the program. You know, because sometimes when you'll like when a like album gets ripped. Well, there was one example where it was just like one song and it was like 58 minutes long. And that got emailed to us, and I was just like, not approved, because it's like, and it was all like avant-garde, like it was called Ocean Waves or Ocean Surf or something like that, and it was just like sort of drone music with like an ocean, like I don't know, it was really weird.
Wouldn't you have to do call outs in the middle of the song? Because you have to do it on like an interval, don't you?
Right, yeah. Well, yeah, because if it's 52 minutes, that would take up the entire show
entire
time.
Slot,
yeah. And so and if it was
in the middle of it, it's just like and they're like, you're listening.
Yeah. And it was because it was just 58 minutes of kind of like like a really subtle like chords here and there, like boo, boo, boo. And with like ocean.
So yeah, like imagine somebody just tunes in the middle of that and they're just like,
what? And then it keeps going for 50 minutes and they're not sure if like there's some like radio error or what. But yeah, so is
this just like standby music? Is the station down? Yeah, I don't know. But that is sick. Did you listen to the whole thing, or
no? I didn't. No. That was one that I was.
Fuck that.
Well, as soon as you see that it's it's an album that's one track.
Yeah.
And then
did you have to like email the person back and be like, Doug?
Well, that was actually the previous program manager gave me like a list of things to practice approving and not approving, and that was one that was an example of something not to approve.
Gotcha.
And so I didn't actually have to do that.
Okay.
And he never actually told me if I do have to email them back,
or if you can just be like,
because I do have to email them when they, because there has been actually since I've been program manager, there's been like 3 or 4 artists sending me or emailing, and they always send waves. Like audio files.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, but we can't accept those because they're like, it's like, you know, like we have to have a physical CD because we have to add it to a physical CD list which then we rip onto the audio files and into waves.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Next time I want to get my music on the radio.
I don't think the fact that they send the audio files all the time just means that every radio station doesn't require CDs. Some, I guess, will let you just send in an audio file.
Gotcha.
But we don't, so...
But it is still kind of cool to be like, yeah, I'm mailing in my CD to this radio station. I'm going to try and get my shit on the radio. But yeah, it's a cool job. Mm-hmm. Do you have to discipline your children? Yeah. Do you get to spank them as program manager? Is that in your job description that you're allowed to spank your employees?
I don't know. I haven't gotten that far. Or I haven't read that.
Have you spanked Riley?
I have not.
Darn.
I'll have to get on that.
Yeah. Keep your options open. You know.
I'm also moving in with Riley this next semester.
Indeed,
it's gonna be the K-Gym house.
You've already got your bed. There.
How was I supposed to find that? Or why are you pointing at me?
And we moved your
chair.
There. And tomorrow, we're gonna move your
desk.
There. And also, last time, we brought your toaster.
Oh, dresser. We brought my dresser.
And your dresser. There. But yeah, we're going to Pullman tomorrow.
This game was freaking me out. Yeah.
But yeah, so we're
going
to
to Spokane.
Big Riles. Oh, we should bring our magic cards.
We could.
And throw down with Riley.
Actually, he said he might not be there when we get there.
Darn. Oh, fuck. That was a loud snap. Well, at least we can have our JO sesh while he's not there. Yeah. The three of us in that bathroom with that confusing fan.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yep.
I mean, if we have time, I guess I could show you guys the studio, because
I'd like.
He said he might be in the studio.
That'd be cool.
So maybe we could stop by that.
Yeah. Can I get say you're listening to KJM 89.9 in the Palouse area.
Honestly, we
and you can say this is a call out from artist, singer songwriter, legend Nolan Hanna.
We let volunteers get trained to put in voice lines. So we let volunteers put in voice lines. So you could make a voice line.
Nice.
If not,
the fist bumps are quieter too.
Yeah. If not tomorrow, then like another time that you're up there. Maybe it would be better to do it like once I'm actually in school and like in Pullman again.
All right.
But and I have a little bit more experience as a program manager.
Yeah.
Under my belt, but yeah.
That would be tight. I just like the idea of my voice being played on the radio.
Because I don't know if the volunteers have to be students or staffs of WSU.
Just lie. Say that
yeah,
I am.
Say that you're a student.
Say that I'm like the head of some college.
Yeah, you're not even a student. You're actually a staff member.
Yeah, be like this is actually Nolan Hanna, the Dean of the Law of Business. And the Dean of the Law of Business, like, that's not even my name. They couldn't even lie about the name. It's just some random guy. Who is the Dean of the School of Business?
I don't actually know. I never met him.
You wouldn't. Are you excited for our UFC match tonight?
Absolutely.
Yeah, me and Shane are going to fight tonight. We're going to fight for our right to
fight.
Party.
That's the word.
Yes. I can't wait. I'm going to destroy Shane Isom tonight.
You wish.
At UFC.
UFC 3.
At UFC 3. It's a little closer to you now. I think that's about good. What are we at?
We are at 32 minutes.
We're making headway on this podcast.
Yeah.
My glasses are starting to hurt my ears. I think I can remember who you are without them.
Yeah, Nolan always gets upset that I beat him at games.
Shane is so good at every game. I don't know what it is. It's just like he has it in his blood. He doesn't even have to have played the game before. Shane is just great at all games. And so he always spanks me. But I'm the only one who ever wants to play him. You know, because I like playing games. It's just that Shane always tars and feathers me at them. It is shameful. It is pitiful. It's embarrassing. Darts. Ping pong. Chess. 3D chess. NBA 2K.
Smash Bros.
Let me hold on. Soul Calibur.
I don't know.
Foosball.
Oh yeah. Did we ever play that?
Air hockey.
Did we? Oh yeah, I destroyed you. You almost cried.
I wouldn't say that.
You got so mad.
Yeah, you spanked me at air hockey because you win at every single game.
Didn't you beat me at mini golf? It was close though.
I think I did beat you at mini golf, and even if I didn't, I'm gonna pretend that I remember that. Because
at the same day that we played air hockey. The first time.
No, it wasn't. Oh wait, we did. Mm-hmm. Oh, that was a different time we played air hockey. I thought you were talking about the time at McDonald's in Pullman.
No. The time that we were at the...
Because you spanked me both times.
Yeah, but the time we were at Bullwinkle, you got a lot more upset.
Yeah, I was really mad. Now I remember that. Mm-hmm. I remember I was really upset. And because the puck kept flying off, because Shane was just bolting it down to the other side of the fucking thing. And so it was just going and being gone. And so I was having to run get it every 5 seconds. And so it would either go off the table or it would go in the hole. And there was nothing I could do about it. And he wasn't even trying, is the worst part. Shane has this face when he plays games where he just looks like he'd rather be doing anything else. But at the same time, he is slamming your cakes at it. And then you look at him and you just look disappointed and sad because you're being slapped at a game that you've never even... It's not like you practiced. It's not like you have been trying to like beat Shane. You're just like, I wanna have a fun game with my friend. And then he just goes and annihilates me like a fucking judge, jury, and executioner, and there's nothing I can do about it. It is embarrassing, and I hate it. But I can't stop. Because that's the other thing, is that David never wants to play games. David will play against Shane occasionally, but David doesn't like getting upset over games and stuff. So he's like, nah, I'm not gonna play against Shane, and so I'm always like, yeah, I'm gonna take on the champion. I'm gonna play Shane, and then I just get my ass handed to me every time.
Yeah, the only thing David will ever really play with me is Smash Bros, and that's rare.
Mm-hmm. He just doesn't like conflict. Mm-hmm. He'd rather play solitaire. But who can blame him when we're talking about you? I certainly can't, because most of the time I'm like I don't want to play against Shane. He's gonna slap me. We could play any game right now. If we played Monopoly, I bet you'd destroy me at Monopoly. And I consider myself pretty good at Monopoly.
I don't know. I think Monopoly is very, lucky, Like, David when he played had a huge luck streak.
Had a huge win. A pitiful win. There was nothing I could do about it. It was so unfair. I am not usually one to call it and say, that is completely luck. That was not fair to me. I had no chance. But I definitely did. Because guess what? In his first 4 turns, he landed on and bought all 4 railroads. And so every time I would land on a railroad, I would have to pay him $200. And there are 4 of them on the board. Okay? And then he's also at the same time... And then after that, he's scooping up properties. He gets one of the dark blues, which is devastating. He gets 2 of the reds, which is devastating. And there's nothing I can do about it. So I played the whole game just losing money, and I never had money to do anything. And I ended up having to mortgage a property on turn 6. I had to mortgage on turn 6. That's not normal. That's not a normal thing to happen. Usually I don't mortgage properties until we're like 20, 30, 40 turns in. The deep game. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like when everybody's got properties, right? Everybody's landing on each other's properties. It's a war of attrition. You're trading back and forth. There was no trading. There was no attrition. This was a massacre. He got all 4 fucking railroads the first try. He rolled a 5 off of go. He rolled a 10. He rolled a 10. And then he rolled another 10. It was so dumb. I couldn't believe it.
That's why I like chess so much, because there's every game has like a little bit of luck, or it has a spectrum of luck versus skill. Yeah. But chess is just 100% skill, because there's no room for luck involved.
Yeah. I've been trying to get more into chess, actually. I was playing chess today on chess.com, which I only play on the computer now because the phone version is so broken. Because every once in a while it'll just fuck up and not work. So, but
in what way?
it'll either just like delete my game or not let me challenge people. I was trying to challenge you a couple times and it wouldn't let me challenge you on my phone.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
Weird.
But yeah, it was like it was just being fucky, and so I just use it on the computer and it works fine.
Yeah, I first started playing it on the computer when I first got chess.com.
Mm-hmm.
Because my step grandpa,
Mm-hmm.
who trained me, who mentored my chess.
You should try and become a grandmaster.
I should. I'm not that good yet. Not anywhere near. He's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He's insanely good. Well, to do that, you have to like I've read a couple books, but I like, you have to like, if you want to get like legit good at chess, you have to be memorizing openings and counter openings to those, and you have to recognize what opening they're using, like, so that you can counter it with your own opening.
E4, this is the Sicilian defense. I've got thing. Yeah,
exactly.
I don't.
And there's so much like research that goes into that side of chess, that I'd rather just be training my own reactions to what they're doing. Not like labeling it anything, but just like understanding what they're like, how what they're doing affects the game, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm right now I'm not like studying it. I'm just like trying to play lots of games so that I just get experience.
Yeah.
No.
I should study it more, because it would be useful to me. But
are you gonna play me on Instagram?
I commented my first move.
Oh, okay. Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, he sent. He posted a picture.
Was it E4?
Yeah, it was E2 to E4.
Figures.
That's always my first move if I'm white.
Yeah, and we're always white, man. Yeah.
Yeah, he posted a picture of a chessboard and tagged me in it, and apparently now he's gonna post a picture of every turn.
Oh yeah, I'm so dumb. For a second, I was like, "Who's he talking to?" I got distracted because I was looking at the. Okay. E2, E4. But yeah, I was just. I was like, yeah, we should just have like. You know, not use a website, just like have this like long-term game of chess, where just, you know, I have like a board that actually represents what we're doing, so I can just look at it all day long, and then decide, be like, yes, this is my move.
Like the old way that people used to do chess over long distance.
Yeah, like you send a letter.
Each one has like a board set up where and then they like get a telegram or a phone call or some shit, and they move the other person's.
They send a fucking carrier pigeon.
Yeah, or someone on a fucking horseback.
Word. But yeah, and because that's the main thing, is that I take a long time, because it takes me a long time to think, because I think I can reason out. Mm-hmm. Like if I have a long enough time, I can reason out what I need to do.
And the more you play it, the faster that will get too.
Yeah. Cause the thing is, like, I play like a 10-minute live usually on chess.com, and sometimes 10 minutes is just not enough time, and it just takes me forever, and we're like still like developing, and then it's like, sorry Buster, you took too long thinking about your third move, so you're out of juice.
Remember, well, you already brought this up, the 3D chess thing, but that was one of my proudest moments.
Oh my god.
I had never visualized a 3D chess game before.
I made a 3D chessboard, and at first I was doing really well, because when
we were playing.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I've got the advantage, because I actually have thought about all this stuff beforehand, and Shane, has not.
He just approached me one day at school and told me to play him.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay. And I'd never done it before.
And so we went to King's Row. and we played 4D chess.
Well, we played
3D chess. Sorry.
We played at
we were
lunch first.
Yeah.
Ended the first half of the game.
Yeah, and then I think we played in the band room a little bit, and then we went to Kings Row and we continued this game, and we were at Kings Row for what, like 2 hours?
Yeah, most of that was me, because I got to the point where it was just me trying to checkmate you.
Yeah.
But I like didn't know any strategies for checkmating with like low numbers of.
Yeah.
And it took me forever, but I finally figured it out, and I don't even remember what it was now, but. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea, but I want to make I want to make another 3D chessboard, and eventually I want to make another 4D chessboard.
Maybe like another one that isn't like stood up by pencils and is more like sturdy.
Yeah.
more solid and legit.
Maybe I'll use like popsicle sticks or something. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was cool though. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, another one of my responsibilities as a program manager will be training volunteers and new employees.
Gotcha.
But that won't happen for a while.
Yeah. You're not going to be making like hiring decisions or anything, right?
Well, Logan actually did. I don't think I will right away, but Logan did because he'd been working there a long time.
Yeah.
So, but I'm gonna be program manager for like another 3 years.
Yeah.
So eventually I will be.
Yeah, not many people I feel like get bumped up to program manager as a sophomore. Mm-hmm. You know, I feel like.
Well, the thing was that he related to me a lot, and he liked me, and he wanted someone that was going to be around for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, makes sense. Mm-hmm. I think, I mean, I can't imagine you'll fuck it up. You know, I think you're fine.
I hope not.
You know, just go in there on crack or something and sexually assault somebody. You know, I think you're safe.
Or me saying how expensive our equipment is on the podcast.
What?
I said, or me acknowledging how expensive our equipment is on the podcast.
I don't get it.
I don't know. After I said that, I was thinking about that. I could be frowned upon.
Oh. Yeah. I don't think it's a big deal. First of all, I don't think anybody's gonna listen to this.
Plus, yeah,
for a while. Second of all,
they don't exactly know where we're talking about.
Yeah. Anyway, you're fine.
Anyway,
what do they think? Is it like a bragging thing? Because you're like, yeah, we got nice equipment.
No, I think it'd be more
do you
of
think
like
people are gonna steal it?
Yeah, like protecting it from people like wanting to steal it. You know?
Not true. Yeah, well, you know what else is expensive at KGM? Their security system. They have lasers and dogs
that detect fog.
And if you try and steal their multiple $1,000, very expensive, probably could get a lot for it at a pawn shop. If you try, you will
get your balls ripped off,
torn apart
by a ferocious dog.
Your balls will never have been farther apart from each other.
Like that scene in Hollywood, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yes, just like that. That will happen
to
you.
Yeah.
If you even think about.
I will hit you in the face with a can of beans.
They're very lucrative, very expensive, highly sought after equipment. I'm sorry, Shane.
It's alright. It's my job to protect these things now.
Is that a challenge? If I steal one of your things, do I get to be program manager? Do I usurp you from your throne?
I don't know. I haven't read the fine print.
If I kill you on the battlefield, if I kill you in a duel, do I just get your job?
Sure.
Yes. You just like have to write it. You're like, they're like, I just come in with a piece of paper with your signature on it. It's like, if I die, Nolan gets to be program manager. And I'm like,
and they're like, what the fuck? We don't acknowledge this.
They're like, I don't think that's how this works. I think you just killed somebody. Is it legal to duel? Do you think?
I don't know.
Do you think if you're like yes, we're gonna fight to the death, and you like sign a waiver or something, then they can just be like,
maybe if you're not like in danger of harming anyone else.
Yeah.
And you like sign the waiver.
We should do that sometime. When we get like really old.
Yeah, and we're gonna die anyway.
Yeah.
We just go like, oh, what the
I challenge you to a pistol duel. I challenge you. And then we just like take our walkers out on like a shooting range. We're just like 40 paces, and it takes us like 2 hours because we're so old.
And we turn the walkers around, and we've been preparing for this, so they have like guns mounted on them and shit.
Just like machine gun walkers. Die! And then we just both succumb to our wounds.
Mm-hmm. And in the heat of the sun.
We'll need David there too, though. Can we do a 3-man duel? It's like rock, paper, scissors, like you just... If 2 of them shoot each other, then the one guy wins, But the problem is, if you each shoot like the guy to your left, then all 3 of you will die.
Mm-hmm. And everyone wins and loses.
Yeah.
That'd be the way to go.
Shit be like that sometimes. Am I right?
Yeah. What if you shot yourself?
Yeah. Up top. just in a general context, just whenever, or like at the duel. Because I think that'd be a bad plan at the duel.
So it'd be a good plan.
Yeah. Just imagine that. Imagine like in the Old West, right? Somebody like challenges somebody to a duel, and then they're like out there.
Fucking shoot themselves.
Yeah, and he just shoots himself right in the head, and the other guy's just like, "What?
Oh
What?"
Like, I was prepared to kill this guy, but now I'm scarred.
Yeah. Oh my god, that'd be such a power move.
Yeah.
He's like, what does he win? Is that a win? Is that a draw? Like one gets the like mental victory.
He's like, I see this as an absolute win.
Yeah. I didn't even have to waste a bullet.
Yeah.
Nice. What if they both did that? They're just
everyone's
like,
just like,
he's never gonna see it coming, and then they both just turn around and just gah. And then all the people standing around are just like, what? Are you serious? How did that just happen?
This is a pretty dark topic for us to keep covering on our second podcast.
I love it. It's my favorite kind of topic.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I need a pee so bad. Can we... Here, find something interesting to talk about. I gotta piss like crazy. I'm gonna piss on that chair if I don't.
Oh shit, okay.
Oh, I knocked the doorknob off. Tell me what on the doorknob.
Oh my god. So yeah, I'm gonna beat Nolan at UFC tonight, and he's going to cry. He's going to throw his controller and threaten to punch me in the face like he did when I beat him at NBA. I don't fucking know what to talk about. I'm sure I'll be back soon. Fun fact for you listeners out there. I own several swords. I bought a Lord of the Rings sword last summer. That thing is like my pride and joy, man. It just hangs up on my dresser. Like a fucking beam of glory. Aragorn sword. And I'm not even into that into Lord of the Rings. It's cool, but like, I don't know. He's coming back.
Hello.
What's up?
Yeah, I'm back.
I had to talk about my sword for a little bit.
Oh, I was reaching for the doorknob, but there is no doorknob. Did you tell him about the doorknob?
Oh yeah, a couple days ago my doorknob just came off. You can like slide it back on and like turn it and it'll turn fine, but if you just don't turn it and pull it, it'll just slide right off. And like the pin, the like little bit that secures it to the like the threading on the actual like cylinder is
watch those hand
nowhere to be
gestures,
seen. I'm sorry. Dude, it's nowhere to be seen, man.
That's something else. I keep thinking about it. I feel like I talk with my hands a lot, but like in a stupid way that is like, but I'm always doing like.
Well, I can't tell.
Yeah, like my hands are all over the place. I feel like Shane must feel like he's in danger from how much my hands move.
Throwing these fists.
Yeah, like.
You can't even see them.
I think he's pissing himself right now.
Yeah. There's piss coming out of me right now.
Oh, look at him. So fast I can't even see him. Dead air.
Shout out to Gibby.
Shout out to Gibby. Yeah, Gibby has an unhinged YouTube channel. I've been watching it for a couple years now. I love it so much. It's called Sad World. And I'm just, I'm like, man, Gibby really went nuts, man. That's what happens when you're Gibby, for however long iCarly was on.
When you're a tween, you're an adolescent, and you're put onto a show and made fun of for like 6 years.
Look at how stupid and fat he is. He's so dumb and so fat. Good Lord, it's so funny, and it's just like, man, he lost it.
What does that do to your mental health?
At least he's making art with it.
And art is a good way to put it.
See, because I feel like I don't think he's in mental anguish all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I think he expresses it through his art, though. I think he's like,
I mean, his name itself.
Sad World, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe Gibby is in mental anguish all the time. Gibby, Noah, if you're in mental anguish all the time, hit me up. We'll talk it out, man.
Uh-huh.
I am a mental health professional. No, I'm not. It's a lie.
You're lying right now.
I failed a quarter of psychology.
You're lying to a depressed person right now.
I'm lying from a depressed person right now. I'm the depressed person. We all are.
Everyone's depressed.
Honestly, most of the people I know are depressed. So, I have a lot of depressed friends. My cousin is depressed. I have a lot of respect for depressed people.
It's a sad world we live in.
It's a mad world by that person. Gary something.
Gibby.
Mad world. Boo, bing, 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 bing,
sad
bing,
world.
Bing, bing. Do you know that song?
I think I know, yeah.
I used to be able to play that song, but I can't anymore. I forgot.
That sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
I'm so sorry.
Me too. I'm sad for myself.
Oh, man. I want to play Guitar Hero so bad. Oh, my God.
What?
You just freaked me out.
What?
You're I don't know.
What do you mean?
You're tweaking out, man.
Yeah, I like Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero slaps.
I haven't played it in a while.
I went through a phase of playing it all the time.
You have like an hour and 10-minute video on your YouTube of you playing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was playing it constantly at college instead of reading and doing homework.
I think I will bring my Wii, because I'm not going to bring most of my like sub, like my 64 and my Super Nintendo and my Xbox 360. All those things are going to stay here, but when I move back, I think I'm going to bring my Wii.
Gotcha.
Just to play Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
And maybe Twilight Princess.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna move my Wii U out into the living room because it's in my room right now, but I don't have enough HDMI, so I never play it. But I think if it was in the living room, I would probably play it more often.
Also, something we should talk about is the PS5 just got announced.
Oh yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it looks
very
good.
spacey.
Mm-hmm. In fact, the way it looks just makes me want to get the white version, which I've never gotten a white version of consoles before because I'm partial to the color black. You know, I have like black shoes and black socks and black pants and.
If they had a red version, would you buy the red version?
Honestly, no, because I like red as like a secondary or like. You know, red is my favorite color, but as far as like equipment goes, I just think black is more classy.
Yeah, I mean, look at all this: your stereo, your keyboard, your computer is
black and chrome, and
this, like, you even got the black Joy-Cons.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your TV's black. Have you noticed? Pretty much all TVs are black.
Most like modern like.
Why is it?
Like entertainment equipment.
Is it just so it's not like distracting?
I guess. I mean,
gives it like a strong outline, you know.
Yeah, because you have all these random colors because they don't know what colors are going to be on the screen, and they don't want it to get confused with the colors that are on the side of the TV. I guess.
True. It could be that.
It like boxes in it's outlined.
Yeah.
But yeah, the PS5. I think I'll actually get the white one because it's like looks awesome, and the controller looks awesome.
I don't know if I'm gonna get a PS5. I might get one.
I will.
Might get one late, you know, but I don't have a job still, so probably shouldn't be buying a PS5.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to save up, like actually cautiously save up for it because I've been spending too much money recently on just random things.
And the other thing for me is that I already have so many unfinished games on PS4 and Xbox that there's really no point in me getting a new console and buying new games because I need to finish Shadow of the Colossus. Although I still have unfinished games on the Wii, so I still haven't finished fucking Twilight Princess. I need to get back into that.
It's funny because I'm an Xbox guy.
Yeah.
But I'm probably going to get the PS5 right away and wait like a year or two for the new Xbox. Because it's just like, well, the Xbox One had a lot of disappointing things to me, and and I've been more into solo games recently.
Oh. Headphones.
Oh yeah. I've been more into solo games recently when the PlayStation is a lot better for exclusives, like solo play. Like Persona 5 and Spider-Man and
Bloodborne.
Oh yeah, all these awesome games. Oh, and God of War. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's another thing. I have
great game.
I have God of War that I need to finish. I have Persona 5.
Did you beat Spider? Or you never got Spider-Man?
I never got Spider-Man.
That's one of my favorites.
Because I guess I could have gotten Spider-Man at some point, but I wasn't really. I have so many games.
At the point of my life that I'm in, like where video games is not as big of a priority as it used to be, I rarely beat games anymore. But last summer I did beat God of War and Spider-Man. And that's just like in a week to two each, because I just played them so much because they were so good.
Yeah.
And that's not like me anymore, and Resident Evil 7, which...
Yeah, I remember you were going hard on those.
Yeah. Resident Evil 7, I beat also.
Oh, I didn't know you beat it.
Yeah, I loved that game.
How long did it take you?
It's not that long if you actually
really?
drill into it. Probably just like a week or something, I don't know. But I never beat Resident Evil 2, but I didn't enjoy the it as much because the format. It was like classic, more classic, but it wasn't as much of like a horror game. It was more of a survival game.
Dude, you know what I wish would be ported to like a new PlayStation or something is Silent Hill. Because Silent Hill is a great game. Silent Hill and Silent Hill 2 are fire, and I've only barely played them. But I've watched a lot of stuff.
I remember the developer said he was going to work on a new horror game.
Oh yeah.
And of those games and of PT, was it?
Yeah,
yeah, he's going to make the scariest. He wants to make the scariest game ever.
Yeah, cuz PT was like a demo essentially. Yeah. And people loved it. And it was a demo,
it was
basically. It wasn't
one of the biggest I looked into it a little bit. I never actually played it myself. I played I had this game on Xbox called The Spark, and you could create games in this game, and I played player created PTs.
Oh, interesting.
And they were actually really good, and it was weird, and it was on Xbox too. It wasn't on like a fancy like PC thing that they did.
Yeah.
You know.
We should play PT. Wait, how much? PT's probably like $60, isn't it?
I have no idea.
Because I was gonna say I don't know why I haven't played it.
I don't even know if it's available. It might be on. It's probably on Steam.
It's on Steam.
But, yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I've been wanting to play Silent Hill for a long time, but you have to emulate it somehow, and I've never figured out.
Couldn't you get like? What's it originally on? PlayStation,
PS2 or PS1, I think.
You could get a PS2.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think Thomas has a PS2, but I can only imagine how much it must cost for Silent Hill for PS2.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right.
And I'd probably have to search all over the place. I mean, I should probably look into it, but...
Yeah, because I looked into getting, like, an original copy of Earthbound, and they don't exist if they're not, like, $400.
Yeah, they get scooped up. Because it's such a cult classic, almost, like... There's like it's a like kind of niche, but the people who are into it are serious about it. You know, hold on.
It's like one of the greatest games ever.
Let me see how much it would cost to buy Silent Hill.
I remember going to a game store and being like, "Hey, you got any copies of Earthbound?" And they're like, "Nah, we could order one for you, but it would be like hundreds of dollars."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay."
Let's see, shopping.
I need to emulate Earthbound 2 though.
Oh, so there's there's the HD collection is available some places, but I've heard that the HD collection is not good.
But yeah, Resident Evil 8 got announced with the PS5, and I'm gonna get it for PS5.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just so excited for that. It's gonna be so sick. Also, I just realized that if we wanted to get it VR, like if Scott would have to get a whole new VR set probably, unless they are compatible. I don't know.
Yeah,
probably not.
Probably not because they're probably wanting to roll out a new VR anyway. So
yeah, which I mean, who knows? Maybe it'll be super high tech. That'd be cool.
Look at this.
Oh my god.
$12,000. No. I can get it for $56.87 for PS1 though. I don't know if it's even on PS2. I think it's just on PS1.
Oh.
I hope not. Silent. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Shane can cut this out. I'm just kidding.
And I'm very excited for the PS5, and I'm excited for the new Xbox also. But just not as excited.
The Cube.
A lot of it just looks weird. And a lot of the Xbox, it's like, oh great, it's powerful, it can run better graphics, but the games are going to be shit because the people who are making Xbox like exclusive games and the games like the multiplayer games that Xbox does better, the developers don't put a lot of effort into them anymore. Like they just want to dish them out so that more people can buy them, like Black Ops. Like they have or any Call of Duty game, they haven't made a good one in like a long time, and yet people still buy them, and they're like top ranking in the top 10 most sold games ever. There's like 7 Call of Duties, and it's like,
see, yeah, that's something that irritates me is when they're just willing to just dump out pieces of crap just to make money off it.
Like there's games that don't even have campaigns. I mean, I never played the campaigns for Black Ops, but that just like shows you how little they care about the game other than just
they're just like
getting it out
throw
there.
Some skins on some player models, make it look HD,
and rake in the fucking money.
Yeah,
God, it's just it's ridiculous. And
is Cyberpunk gonna be on Xbox One?
Yes.
Okay, thank God.
Because I think, Cyberpunk was supposed to release like a month ago, but it got pushed back to like August or something.
Is it because of COVID?
No, I think it happened before that. I think it just got delayed. It might have been delayed because of COVID, but I think it got delayed before that.
Because that would suck.
But yeah, so that I don't think that'll come out because it's already being made for, because the new Xbox obviously isn't out yet.
Yeah.
So it's being developed for Xbox.
Because that would make me really sad, because I really want to play that game.
I think it's going to be one of those games that is a release title, but is also released, because they're for like the first year they're going to.
That was how Breath of the Wild was.
Yeah.
With the Switch.
Oh yeah,
it was on Wii U.
And there were games like that for between the 360 and Xbox One.
Yeah.
Like a Rogue, Assassin's Creed Rogue, I think. Because we played them both. Yeah.
But the other thing about the Xbox, the new Xbox, what's it called? Xbox S? Series S?
Xbox Series X, I think.
X, okay.
Yeah.
It's completely digital, right? It doesn't have a DVD.
Now that you say that, I think you're right, yeah.
And that makes me sad.
Yeah.
Because
then you're just going to be getting, like, buying those little... if you go to GameStop and buy a game, it's just going to be, like, one of those, like, digital download card things.
For one thing, why would you do that? I like having discs because...
I like having discs, especially for games that I really, like...
It saves space on the console, for one thing.
Yeah, that's true.
And Xbox games are always huge, and so you're only going to be able to have, like, 5 downloaded at one time. You know, because they're going to be ginormous, and you know, it's just like. And the other thing is, what do we use the Xbox for half the time? Watching movies.
Yeah, mostly.
With the Blu-ray player, and it's so nice to just be like, my Xbox is a Blu-ray player.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't realize that, because I'll have to actually keep my Xbox One out.
Yeah.
On my desk, at college, instead of like moving it out once I get the new one.
Yeah. I'm
gonna have to actually keep both of them.
But you can probably use the PS5. Movies.
That's true.
Which means, Sony, you win this round.
Yeah, honestly, like I said, like I'm going to get the PS5 right away, but I'm not going to get the new Xbox right away, because it's like, the Xbox doesn't have anything that, because with the all the games except for Resident Evil, I'd play that on Xbox. But like between Bloodborne and God of War and Spider-Man and all these games that I really enjoyed and played a lot of in the last year have all been on PlayStation.
Yeah.
And even though I'm an Xbox guy and I've always had an Xbox and I only recently got a PlayStation, like...
Well, it was because you used to play like COD and Halo, and now they don't make good COD or Halo games.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, seriously. I played it Xbox to play with like gun games with my friends.
Yeah. And
to play other things like Minecraft
But now that they're all piles of shit, you might as well just fucking play PlayStation.
And yeah, so it's like I don't want to move to PlayStation, but I have to, because they're the only ones dishing out quality right now.
Yeah. Xbox, Microsoft, if you're listening,
fuck you.
Shame on you.
Yeah.
From the Catfish Connection does not approve of the Xbox Series X.
I love Xbox because
we're officially endorsing Sony.
It's dear to my heart.
Yeah.
But they're losing it right now.
Yeah, it's like, we wouldn't be so angry if we didn't love you so much. You know, we're upset because you're disappointing us. You're disappointing the people we want to like you, Microsoft. We want to play the GTA 6 on the Xbox, on the new Xbox, right?
Yeah.
But you're letting us down. You're disappointing your fans. Okay? Sony, you're doing a good job.
There's only like a handful of things that are going to make me get the new Xbox.
Yeah.
Which is, it's like ridiculous that I have to spend so much money just to play things, like literally the only things ahead for me right now I can think of are GTA, Elder Scrolls, and maybe the new Halo.
Yeah, but what are the odds that the Elder Scrolls is going to be worth it?
Well, I think because it's not going to be like Elder Scrolls Online, because Elder Scrolls Online had a completely different setup, because it was a multiplayer, like mass multiplayer.
But is this game gonna like be as good as Skyrim?
I mean, I don't know, but it is made by Bethesda, and I think it's. I mean, it's hard to okay, I say it's hard to mess it up, but I just watched the Scoob movie, and Scooby-Doo is hard to mess up, and they fucked it up so
well, you know what else Bethesda made? Fallout 4.
Yeah,
Fallout 76.
But Fallout, I never liked Fallout to begin with.
Oh. See, I liked Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3.
The thing about Fallout that I think makes it more vulnerable to being bad is just like it's a lot harder to balance like the world is a little harder and also the like amount of ammo and bullets you receive. Don't get me started. The amount you like receive versus the amount you use is like hard to measure.
Oh yeah.
Whereas
that is one of my main problems with Fallout 3 is that you have you never have ammo.
That's why I stopped playing Fallout 4. I actually would have enjoyed Fallout 4 if I like ever had ammunition, you know.
Never. That's why partially why like VATS becomes really useful to me is because you have to make every single bullet count or you are going to get fucked. And so I'd always be quick saving and having to get headshots every single time.
It was ridiculous.
And I would have to be like, okay, there's a person over there and a person over there. I can get this guy with one shot, but this guy's going to take two. So and then you have to do the slow-mo shit. And then you're like, fuck, there's another guy. I have one more bullet. There better not be another guy after this one. You kill that guy, right? And then you walk into the next room, and there's a super mutant there who's just like, yeah. And you're like, God damn it. And so you have to like go back to your other quick save and be like, how do I do this so that I still have enough bullets to fight this super mutant now?
Yeah, I spent a lot of time just like running from guys and like sneaking around and stuff. And then it's like maybe I'm just a Fallout noob, which I know I am, but like I don't think that if you're a Fallout noob, you shouldn't be able to start the game, you know?
Yeah. I think definitely with the campaign of a game, you shouldn't have to be an expert to play a video game.
Yeah.
You know?
Especially I wasn't trying to play a hard game at that moment. Yeah. You know, like there's times where I'll be like, I want to challenge myself, but I just wanted to like, I was like, I've never played Fallout before. I kind of want to start try it out a little bit, you know? And then I played it and I was like, oh my God, this makes me so mad.
Yeah.
Whereas in Elder Scrolls, I've played both Oblivion and Skyrim. And even though Skyrim. Oblivion was like super, super old and kind of out of touch when I played it, I like loved it. And I love Skyrim.
What's the other one?
There's several. There's 5.
Oh yeah, what's
Morrowind?
Morrowind. That's the one I was thinking.
Yeah. Okay.
For some reason I thought there were 3, but I know that Skyrim is Elder Scrolls 5.
Yeah, and so, the one problem I had with Skyrim was just that everything was always in snow. Because like the thing I liked about Oblivion was like it was like regular fantasy world, like, you know, there's castles and there was forests everywhere, and I love forests, and Skyrim was
there was well
I just got tired of it.
You were on mountains all the time.
I just got tired of the snow all the time.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. And there were certain areas where it was like nice and there were trees, but they were usually like pretty small areas. And
it's all so Nordic. And like everything is like very Norse, and I like that. But
I love that. Yeah.
I do like that a lot, but I got tired of it after a while, and like I feel the Oblivion like everyone being a knight, and then there's like castles and there's like big moats and it's just beautiful, and there's just like there's like forests, and it was just like so like straight out of like just any fantasy imagination thing. It just
see, that's my favorite part of games is like their settings, you know.
Also, one thing that made me enjoy Oblivion so much was not knowing how to play it.
How so?
Because I didn't know how to fast travel. I didn't even know fast traveling was a thing.
Oh, so you were just traveling
everywhere, and it was awesome. And I am sad that I found out how to do that, because I can't just walk somewhere anymore without feeling like I am wasting time.
See, I I actually knew how to fast travel in Skyrim, but I chose to walk most of the time just because it was a good way to like kind of grind, but not really grind, but just like having like little encounters with like animals and people and stuff was I actually liked that stuff.
And I thought the role playing was so much better because it's like when I was doing in
Skyrim or Oblivion.
In Oblivion, when I didn't know how to fast travel, like it never even occurred to me, and I was just like like putzing along on like a horseback, just like in my like fucking armor, and I'm just a
lowly traveler.
Yeah, and then there's just like passerbys, and then the occasional skirmish.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so fucking cool. Also, I spent way too much of my initial points on like skill attributes on hand to hand because I thought that was like regular combat. Turns out it's fist fighting.
Yeah.
So I was like fucking amazing at hand to hand, and I never once used it.
You're just a tank just walking around. They like draw their weapons and their magic, and you're just like smash. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it was great. But
what was your guy like? What was his name?
He was a Breton, and he had blue hair. That's the other thing that I liked about Oblivion more than Skyrim.
Was a character creator?
Yeah, the character creator was limitless. Yeah, I mean, it was shitty graphics.
See, I did you do whatever you wanted. I did play Oblivion for like 5 seconds. I remember now, and I made like a blueberry lady.
Wow.
Do you remember that?
No.
Oh yeah. Because I had Oblivion for Xbox 360. I don't have an Xbox 360 anymore though.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think I still have the disc even. But yeah, that was as far as I think I made the Blueberry Lady, and I played for like 10 minutes, and then I was like, oh, I'll do something else now.
And you're probably still in like the introduction where you're in the cellars and stuff.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, that game was so cool, and I really liked the fucking Brotherhood, Dark Brotherhood, because, well, for one, the aesthetic was cooler because they were all wearing like hoods and like gowns, black, just all black, like and then in Skyrim they were just wearing like gay black and red like padded armor and like just like pads like a biker. And I was like, what the fuck?
Interesting.
I mean, it was all right. It was cool, but like in Oblivion, once you like beat it, you get turned into a vampire, which wasn't a good. It's not a good decision. But like the head guy of the Dark Brotherhood is a vampire that offers to turn you into a vampire. And there's just shit like that that's so cool. Also, when I just walked everywhere, and I did Dark Brotherhood quests, it was like you're at the base and they like give you a wanted poster, like a hit, and then you like get on your horse and you ride for like days, and then you arrive at this tavern that with the guy sleeping in it. And or just whatever, or even you break into his house in the middle of a city or something.
Yeah.
And the walking there and the process of like actually traveling there, and then I remember scouting out this guy's house in the middle of the city for days, like in-game days, so like hours of playtime, where like I was just like, I was checking how difficult the locks were, all the different access to his house. I ended up going down into a like a wine cellar, outdoor thing, like the things I think is wines, and then like going down ladder and like up a stair and like entering his back door and stuff. You know, like it was so in depth. In Skyrim, you know what I did?
What did you do?
I opened that shit with one lockpick and then just went over and hit him with a mace. You know, because in Skyrim I'm just like, I don't give a fuck, and it's so easy. And in Oblivion I was like sneaking around, and I was using.
Was the lockpicking harder?
Yeah, much harder.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like,
because I don't remember ever having too much trouble with lockpicking in Skyrim.
Oh no, yeah, lockpicking in Oblivion was fucking insane.
And then it goes, and you're like,
yeah, because then you're like, in Oblivion everything was so hard, but it was such like a role playing phenomenon, you know, like
Yeah.
like here I like traveled across the entire map up way to the north where it actually was snowy there, and then I got into the city. I was allowed into the city, and then I staked out his house, found like the best entrance, broke a bunch of lockpicks, and then I snuck around his house, like really carefully, and then I like.
See, yeah, the sneaking is easy in Skyrim too. Like the sneaking, you can be like right next to somebody, and they'll just be like,
yeah. And it was so much harder to level up things in Oblivion. I found. I mean, I'm not an expert at it because I didn't play it that long.
Yeah.
But and it doesn't explain. It's like an old game, so it doesn't explain to you like what everything is in your inventory.
Yeah.
Or how to like check things, or what your stats are and how you do them. But but I snuck up on that guy and slit his throat with a knife, and it's like, and it's just like, and then you get out of there, like the way you came, and you make it look like a fucking like I don't know, you just like, you make it look like an accident, or like a suicide or something, and then you go out and you leave. You know, and then you ride all the way back to the place to get your reward.
Nice.
And it's just like...
Sounds pretty sick.
And in a Skyrim, it would have taken me 10 minutes.
Yeah.
To fast travel there, break in one lockpick, hit him over the head with a fucking, like, some big metal thing.
Yeah.
And then leave. And then no guards would care.
Yeah.
I'd just walk. No one would notice. I wouldn't have to worry about it. I'd just walk away. And... there was no satisfaction I mean, it's weird to say that you're satisfied in like murdering someone, but like honestly, like the how much detail went into it.
It's a job.
Yeah, I'll also never forget the first Dark Brotherhood mission that they put you on. Is because they appear to you when you rest at a bed, like randomly, like you'll just rest at a bed and you'll spend like 10 gold, and then like in the middle of the night you'll like wake up and in the dark, and there'll be like a black robed figure like standing at the foot of your bed, and you're like, oh my god. And then they like offer you a job to like join the Dark Brotherhood.
Gotcha.
And then that was so cool.
Yeah, this sounds way more in depth than anything that happened in Skyrim.
Exactly. Yeah, there's like they like and then
there's not many cutscenes in Skyrim at all.
Right.
If I remember correctly. Like, there's no, like, weird interactions like that. Like, you can just talk to people. Like, you have to initiate, like, every encounter.
Like, there's like, yeah, because, like, these things are just, like, they're, like, things that are set to happen, but they're, like, out of your control. And they're, yeah, it's just events, and it was just really cool. And that they take you to the Inn of Ill Omen is the name of the first inn that you kill someone in, and you have to like go there, and I like obviously walked all the entire way, and then you talk to people in the inn, and you find out that the person that you have a hit on is actually sleeping in the basement. And then you find out that there's a trapdoor, and so it's just like you're like talking to all these inn people, and they're like drunk and they're buddying with you, and they're like telling you all this information, and then you like use it, and then in the middle of the night you like break into the inn, and then you like sneak down there and you kill him, and while he's sleeping, because if he's awake then he'll like alert someone, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just like everything is so in depth and
the
awesome.
The closest thing to that I remember in Skyrim was, you know, when you talk to the lady in the Sleeping Giant in Riverwood, I'm pretty sure. There's like an inn. There's this lady who's part of some secret society, and of like warriors or something. And you just like go down there, and then she's like, "Yeah, you should kill this lady." And then I don't even remember at this point.
Yeah, I don't remember any of the Dark Brotherhood missions.
It wasn't. See, and that wasn't even Dark Brotherhood.
Okay, well, I don't remember like a lot of things in Skyrim because it just didn't get like that detailed or that in depth.
Yeah, and
it's like I love Skyrim.
I was just confused all the time. I was just like, What's happening?
It's like I love Skyrim, but
yeah, I mostly just like
so much easy. It was just so easy.
I mostly just like the setting. In Skyrim,
yeah.
you know, because I was never that good at it, so I didn't like fighting,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't ever end up beating it, so I didn't get that much of the storyline. I just I liked the dungeon crawling, and I liked the settings, you know, because that's all I really care about in video games.
One of the cool things I found about Oblivion
story,
was that there was one town that had an arena, like a gladiator arena, and you could actually like enroll in it and like
make money.
Yeah.
Cool.
And you would like become a gladiator, and then you would fight like people, and you could like fight enough people to become like the like gladiator champion, the like title holding champion of the arena, and then people would recognize you as you're walking streets in other towns as like
there's the gladiator.
And like there's things like that in Skyrim.
Yeah.
But that's more like, oh, you completed all the Thieves Guild, so you're like the Thieves Guild like guy.
Yeah.
Or you the Mages Guild, like, you know, you're the head archmage, you know. Yeah. But this was like not a guild.
Yeah.
It was just an arena that pitted you against people and then you got cash for it, and then as long as you held that title, you like were praised. And it was like, that was so
It's not
awesome.
like, oh yeah, you completed it, this is done now, so you get this title as a gift or a prize, you know.
And it's just like another side quest to do, whereas this was like I'm gonna dominate that.
It's fucking Skyrim side quests. There's so many of them, and I'm like, I don't know, it gets convoluted real quick, and there's just a lot of shit going on.
And when we just fast travel everywhere, you lose like track of what you're doing.
Yeah.
So you're just like, oh, I'll go to here, pick up some book or something. I'm not gonna like learn about it.
Yeah.
Pick up that book, travel to this, fast travel here, give it to this guy.
Yeah, there's this dungeon over here. I'll do this dungeon.
Yeah. Side quests that could be like actually like cool, that could take like hours for you to do, and actually like accomplish, just take like 5 minutes. And
the other thing is that like the ambushes and stuff like that occur sometimes, like on the road, they don't feel that like motivated or anything. It's just like a random thing that just happens, you know. Whereas like in Breath of the Wild that happens, but it's because you're like an important guy.
Right.
It's because you're like it's because you're Link, and so they're like, yeah, we're gonna kill you because you're Link.
Right.
You know, these people, they're just like...
There's like hired assassins sometimes.
We're just here, so you're dead now, I guess. Oh, we're gonna kill you. And you're just like...
Sometimes there'll be like assassins with daggers.
Yeah.
And you're like, why are you trying to kill me?
Yeah, and because you don't become like any kind of important person until like later in the game, you know? You're just like this dude.
When you're doing side quests.
Yeah, who you're just running around. Nobody knows who you are. Well, I guess people find out you're the Dragonborn eventually, but...
Yeah, but who would want to kill you because of that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
People are like, I want to die to the dragons. I want the dragons to kill me, actually. Yeah, I don't know. But, and yeah, like, I liked Skyrim, but, like, I have a hard time, like... I don't have any, like, memories of me playing Skyrim being like, oh, I remember that one time when I was playing Skyrim, that was so cool.
Yeah, and it's funny, because I only played Oblivion for, like, a few weeks, and I have, like, several really quality memories of me playing it, even though I had no idea what the fuck was going on the whole time.
Yeah.
Because I didn't understand, because it didn't explain, like, what your character sheet was like in the inventory.
Yeah.
And so I had no idea what the fuck was going on, but it was still awesome.
And Bloodborne's kind of like that. You know, like there's just a lot of stats,
right?
Like tons of stats, and they don't like go through. They're like,
and a lot of Souls games.
This stat means this thing, and this stat means this thing. You know, they don't like explain all of it to you. You just kind of have to figure it out.
Right.
You know, they've got like all these symbols for different shit, and you're just like, you know, and it's super hard, and so you've just got to like pick it up. You know, I've noticed that like. Tutorials, like there weren't a lot of like tutorials in some like older games, like NES games and stuff. Like there were a lot of the times just like the levels were designed to teach you how to play them.
Right, yeah.
You know, like Mario's like that. Like there's no Mario tutorial and there's no Punch Out like tutorial.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when I was playing Punch Out for NES, I think, and I was playing it on the Switch on the Nintendo Online, and I was like, at first I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Is it gonna tell me what to do? Because I have no idea. I don't know what's happening right now. I don't know, and you just kind of have to like, eventually you figure it out, and then you're like, oh, I completely understand how to play this game, just from experience.
Old games are just so hard.
Yeah.
Like,
and better and well designed.
Yeah,
to,
people put so much time into making those, and then nowadays people put all the time into graphics.
Yeah.
And skins.
Yeah.
And one of my tattoo artists said he played the original Zelda for years.
Oh yeah.
Like I've never played one game for years.
Yeah.
Consistent. I'll go back to a game after a couple of years, and you can count it as playing for years. But he played it for years
consistently.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, and I really I haven't played that much Zelda. I haven't played that much original Legend of Zelda, but it's I've played enough to be like, this is a really interesting game.
It was great. Yeah, I'd never beat it, but it was. Yeah. I want to.
It's the same thing where you just kind of start to figure out what's going on just naturally from running around.
Yeah. Another funny thing you told me is that if you name yourself Zelda, it completely changes the map around.
Really?
And so the way he did that, and so the way that he learned the map was completely different from the regular way. And so when he got he got a magazine that had the Zelda map in it,
and he was just
and he was like, what? This isn't how mine is laid out.
Wow.
At all. And he was really confused for a couple weeks or something until he figured it out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
that's really funny, just being just accidentally finding this Easter egg
and then, not realizing it for a long time.
and playing the game in an altered state as the default for forever, and having no idea. Yeah, it's interesting. Well, we're reaching the hour and a half. We have reached the hour and a half mark. What did we say for the outro last time?
I don't know. You started.
I'm Nolan.
I'm Shane.
And thank you for listening to the Catfish Connection?
Sure. Something like that.
We'll figure this out next time.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.